make sure as much as possible you do this at least once a month. At least once a month. Take out time for yourself and just breathe. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, my name is Okarabong Habila. I'm a fashion designer, content creator, and on this space we talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and everything that makes you look stylish, basically. Okay, so today's topic is something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I wasn't sure if I should just put this out there, but then I might as well, right? So today I'll be talking about a few things I wish I had done better back when, because I'm 29, I'll be 30 in a few months, and these are a few things I wish I had done earlier when I was like in my early 20s. You know how a lot of us go through life, and when we get to a certain age we start asking ourselves, like, what have I actually achieved? Should I have gone through the same paths that I went through? What if I did this? What if I didn't do that? And you just feel like you've wasted a lot of your years and you cannot catch up because you feel like you're too old to do certain things. These are a few things I wish I did earlier when I was in my early 20s. The first one would be to invest in myself. So, as you all know, I'm into fashion design, but it took me a while to actually get to the point where I decided to take this serious. So I went into fashion earlier in my early 20s, but I wasn't very strategic about it in terms of investing in myself and investing in the career path and the goal I wanted, which was, in my case, would have been a lot of fashion trainings, a lot of business training, especially business trainings, and just understanding the whole scope of the industry I was going into. I wish I spent more time doing a lot of online courses regarding or centered around the field that I decided to go into. I wish I took it more intentional in terms of the business aspect. I wish I got more connected to that community. When you're trying to go into a field or a market or an industry, it is so important for you to be able to network and connect with other people, because these people are the ones that would be able to bring you in, might be able to show you some tips and tricks in the industry, and just kind of give you a little nudge on how you should do things and how you'd be able to progress over time in that particular space. These are some of the things that I wish I had considered better. I just thought, I don't need anybody, all I need is my passion and I can make it. When you want to do certain things, you need to be very deliberate about it. You need to invest time, you need to invest money. It is so important. You need to invest money, you need to invest your time, your energy, your resources to what you want to do. And this being said, it doesn't mean that if you've gotten to a stage in your life now that you feel, oh, I'm too old to do this, I'm not just going to do it. If that passion or that desire is still in your heart, I think you should just go ahead and do it. The next one will be prioritizing yourself. A lot of you don't do this, and I'm also guilty. Because the problem is we're so swamped out with the things we have to do, the people we have to look after, the ideas that we think we have, our workload that has been piled up waiting for us, that we have not prioritized ourselves. And this is a mistake that I made, because the thing is, you need to be able to recharge yourself to be there for other people. You can't give and not look on the inside, because at the end of the day, if something were to happen to you, the people would move on. And this is not saying you would die, or in a case where, let's say, you were dead. That's not the case. If you're not able to be there for someone or for some people, regardless, they will find a way to sort themselves out. You need to be mentally, spiritually, physically there for yourself, and you need to be deliberate about these things. And this also falls with investing in yourself, because you don't want to give out so much and then you end up having nothing for yourself. You look back at your life and you'll be like, what was I actually living for? What is the fruit? What is the result of everything, of all the hard work? You look back and you see that there's absolutely nothing, because you were getting so much, but you were giving out so much. And this is not in terms of material things, don't get me wrong. This point is so important, and this applies to everybody, whether you're a guy or you're a girl. Learning how to spoil yourself. Now, when I say spoil yourself, I don't mean you would work for the whole month and then you spend every single thing you have on yourself, because you're like, oh, Kara said I should spoil myself, or you only live once, so spoil yourself. Or that's not what I'm trying to say. You don't need a lot to spoil yourself, and as much as you need money to do certain things, there are other ways that you can spoil yourself without spending so much money. One of it, like I said, is just having that me time. Sometimes just rest, like rest, just, you get it. This can apply differently to different people. There are people that can afford to put aside little funds, and at the end of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, it has gotten to a big chunk of money that they can use to do something. You can do little things that add to your general well-being. Like, make sure as much as possible you do this at least once a month. At least once a month. Take out time for yourself and just breathe. Like, look after yourself. Try and drink as much water. If you can't afford to buy all the healthy stuff that they're talking about online, and keeping up with your diet and all of that, tell yourself that you would make sure you drink at least 2 liters of water every day. Sometimes it's just about looking after your health. Go for all these free health checks, eye checks, because I know they do some in almost every state on a monthly basis. Check your blood sugar, check your blood pressure, go for a free eye test. Prioritize these things. This is something that the older I got, I had to learn how to do this, and I was very deliberate about it, because I'm the kind of person that I have so much plans and ideas in my head. I write them down, but then I want to do so much at the same time, but then I forget that I need to look after this being that wants to do all of this. Because if I fall sick, or if something happens to me, or my mental, my physical, my spiritual health is not in check, all those things I have planned out to do, I'll end up not doing them. Or even if I do them, the result will not come out as good as it's supposed to, because I have just let myself go. I am running after things when the thing right in front of me, I have refused to put focus and care for yourself. Guys, go and get your beard shaved. Like a trend in this UK, most black guys I've seen just leave their hair and their beard. I don't know if that's their style, but to be honest, anyways, I'm not going to say that here. But some guys will say, I don't need to do much. I just need my bathing soap, my body lotion. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. Skincare is not just for ladies. Taking care of your hair is not just for ladies. Taking care of your nails is not just for ladies. Sometimes when you look at these things, you actually feel better about yourself. You feel good. Like, after you've gone to the salon, you've washed your hair, you've done your lashes, or whatever it is that you do, when you get home, you just feel so fresh. You feel like a baby. And the most important one for me was to taking my spiritual life very serious. I am a Christian. I am a proud Christian. Back when I was younger, I just thought that all I needed to do was just go to church on Sunday, act like a Christian, all those audio Christians. Go to Sunday, read the Bible. After that, live my life, continue again next Sunday. But that's not how it should be. In life, you feed what you want to grow, and that also applies to our spiritual life. If you want to grow your spiritual life with God, you want to grow your journey and your work with God, you have to be very deliberate about how you go about that. The same way you take out time to grow yourself in your business career, you go for trainings, you go for conferences, you go for boot camps and things like that. You can't grow on something you don't know. And the best way to be able to understand God and know God better is through the Bible. There is no amount of preaching you would hear that would get you to say you truly know God and you've experienced Him for yourself. for you to be able to get to that level, you need to be very intentional about it. Of course, going to church is good. They will teach you, they will preach, which is perfect. But then you learn better when you do things for yourself. Imagine going for, and this applies to our day-to-day life. Imagine entering a car and someone always showing you how to drive, how to drive, how to drive. You feel like you've learned it, but the minute you enter the car and you start to drive for yourself in real life, because then you start thinking, oh, I have to focus on the front screen, the side mirror, I have to look at my rear mirror, I have to look at my side, I have to look at where I'm going to, I have to look at the Google map, how am I supposed to navigate this? Oh, it's too much. The more you go at it, the better you are at it. I've heard people say, oh, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in Jesus Christ, and that's just it for them. But me, I choose to believe because I have had a lot of personal encounters in my life that I am so sure it has to be God, because there was no other explanation that can fit into it. The thing about life is there is so much happening that when you look at it and you tell yourself there's no God, I don't get it, because what's the logic behind a lot of these things? And wouldn't it be better for you to believe in God and die and find out that, oh, there is no God, but you live the righteous life, than for you not to believe and then you die and find out there is actually a God? Putting God first in every single thing I did was one of the best decisions I had to make, hands down. And this is me not, trying to say something nice for YouTube's sake and all of that. I have had real life encounter and testimonies that have gotten me to the stage where I am now. Sometimes when I look back, I'm just like, how? And I just say, God, I just know that it is you. About your spiritual growth is you begin to see how God changes not just things around you, but He begins to change your mindset. He begins to change the kind of things that you used to like. He begins to refine you. Like there's just this, let me just say it in the way the Gen Z say, there's a soft look, there's a soft feel to you, and just everything around you. The aura around you just oozes glory and grace, and I absolutely love it, and I can see it in my life. Like I said, this is about things that I wish I had done better. It might not really be your case, but this is something that I would advise, I would recommend, because it's working for me. It is working for me. It's working for my family. It's working for my husband. I would be so bad not to come out and tell other people about something. If there's something good going on, why hold it to yourself when other people can benefit from it? And the last thing for me would be being very bold about decisions that I had to take. Growing up, I used to be very timid and shy. Oh, I used to be so shy. Then I couldn't look you in the eye. If you're talking to me, I'm looking here. My eyes are just everywhere. And the older I got, I realized that, to be honest, people will only buy into you as much as you've sold yourself to them. If you come out as someone who doesn't know their worth, who doesn't know their value, who doesn't know what they can offer, people would put you in that bracket, they'll put you in that box. And when an opportunity comes that you would fit perfectly into that scenario, they might not think of you first, because the impression they have of you is not that of somebody who knows how to seize the moment. It's not that of someone who knows how to take control of a situation if they're being put in that particular scenario. So you need to learn how to speak up for yourself. You need to learn how to be bold. You need to learn how to be confident. If you're someone who is into business of any sort, you need to learn your craft and know how to sell it. So if you have that idea, be bold. Walk into that office, walk into that organization, start that course, start that program, whatever the case may be, and go at it head on. Tell yourself that if there are 1,000 people here, I'm the best. I don't care if any other person here feels they're the best. I am the best for this, and I'm going to get this. Sometimes you might not actually get that, but it also helps you build your morale. It helps you build your confidence in yourself. See, nobody's going to do things for you. Nobody's going to push you. Yeah, people will advise you, people will support you, but nobody will hold your hand and drag you And even if they hold your hand and they drag you there, they're not going to do it. And even if they do it for you, they would never be able to do it the way you would be able to do it. There is something unique about you. There's something special about you. There's something classy about you, and you need to let the world see this. That fear of hiding behind or being shy or thinking, oh, what will people think about me? What will they think if I do this? What will they think if I do that? At my age, I want to start doing social media. Or at my age, I want to start doing this business. Or at my age, I want to drop out of this course that is so glorious. Or I want to switch career to something different. What will people think? You need to stop thinking about that, because regardless, people would think whatever they want to think. They're human beings, they're entitled to think, so they will definitely think whatever they want to. That's none of your business, because their journey is not your journey. Your life is not their life. It's all about you. This is why it is so important for you to build your spiritual life, because at that point, you're not just working based on sight. Your Holy Spirit is there to advise you. He's there to direct you. He's there to guide you and tell you, oh, don't do this. Do this instead. Oh, this idea is brilliant. If you're going to do it, start this way. There is a greater force behind what your decision, behind what you're doing. And when you start, you just see that everything just starts to align the way it's supposed to. Most important thing you need to remember is this is your life. This is your life, and you need to make the most out of it. Don't wait for a situation to happen. Make it happen if you can. Don't wait for something to fall on your laps. If it doesn't come, you go after it. You get it. You prioritize yourself. You build yourself. You grow yourself. You walk with God, and you just see how things just start to happen. And the most amazing part of this is when things start to happen, you start to ask yourself, how did I even get here? How did this even happen? I can't even imagine. But that's the beautiful thing about having God in your life. These are a few things that I wish I'd done, or I wish I had started earlier, or been more intentional about when I was in my early 20s. So far, do I regret anything? Not really, because everything that happened brought me to where I am today, and I am so grateful to God, and I'm so happy for where I am, and I know there's so much more to come, and yeah, that really excites me. Anyways, so this is the end of this video. I always do this. I never remember to tell you guys to subscribe, because I get so engrossed in the conversation and I forget that I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. You guys, please help me. Okay, prioritize me after yourself. But please, if you haven't subscribed at this point, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notifications so you'll be notified every time I post. And don't forget to like this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me to this point. I wanted to shoot this video so quick before the sun goes down, because now the sun goes down pretty early, and as you can see, it's getting darker. So let me round up. Have a lovely day.